mention in my last video that I'm not having the best time emotionally at the minute, so you're just gonna have to excuse the lack of makeup and effort in my general appearance. But something that might make me feel a bit better is redoing this whole space, cleaning it, tidying it, and I have a few new pieces to put in here. I tend to always let this space get completely out of control before I do anything about it. So at the minute I'm just not happy with the layout and kind of all the pieces, most of the pieces that are in here. I haven't really invested in any piece of furniture in here. It's all been like spare furniture from the house that gets kind of shoved in here. The rugs, I really don't like the rugs, but they were just rolled up in the attic. My mum bought the sofa, she bought the light fixtures as well, and then I've just kind of shoved up stuff that I have no space for. So this desk was kindly gifted to me from a neighbour who's an artist, but as you can see, it needs a big cleanup. The only thing that I did choose and buy myself were these two IKEA tables. I just wanted a big work surface that filled this whole area, but as you can see, I've kind of blocked off this whole table, so I want to regain some space there by moving this. And I like the idea of having this table actually facing out the window so I can sit and look out. And I've measured it and it does fit in this gap just about. So this little side table here needs to go. It was in my childhood bedroom, and then I think it was in the entrance hallway, and now it's just kind of been shoved there and it's impractical, it's not enough storage. The slight problem is, as you may know, I have a back injury, so I can't actually lift or move anything myself. So I'm very reliant on my family to help me do this. But I'm gonna start today with the things that I can do, so I can tidy up, I can put things in the bin, and I can hoover the floor and roll the rugs up. So let's start with that. So it's the next day. I finished up scrubbing the floors, hoovering, and just general dusting yesterday. And then I started shopping. So I went to IKEA this morning to pick up the things that I bought. And I have a lamp, a rug, a doormat, oh, and a picture shelf. So I'm excited to show you all of the things I bought. But first I need to make space for it and sort out this console table, and I also need to clean the sofa. So we're still on the boring part, but we're getting closer to being able to put everything in its place and make it look nice. I've been distracted. So I've just found all of my old school books from my art classes. So these two were from when I was 14, 15. And then these were A-levels, so I was 16 to 17. I haven't seen these in so long. It's just so weird and nostalgic to look back on the kind of art I was making. Honestly, mainly it was just me copying art pieces off Pinterest. But I remember I had so much fun painting these like fashion illustrations. I really enjoyed that, and I haven't done it in years. I chose the theme of interiors, and I spent a lot of time studying different artists. I think this was a copy of Ekaterina Popova. I still follow her on Instagram. She does some amazing interior paintings, like really large scale work. This was my attempt. And then I did a lot of really experimental pieces. So I just took photos and then scribbled over the top with oil pastel. I don't do anything like this anymore. I think it's easier at school when you're pushed to do it. Whereas now I kind of stick to what I know, and it takes a long time to understand how to paint in oil. So that's been my main focus for so long. So my dad's gone to get some wood block to go over these little patches of damp that we have in the corner. But I think that's code for I'm never gonna see you again, because he's been gone for what feels like hours. I don't think he's coming back. So I guess that's it. That's the end of the video. Good morning, it's day 3 or 4. Today's mission is to take absolutely everything out of the studio and put it outside, so then I can lay the rug down. So that's gonna be a huge job. We have a lot of furniture in here to lift out. Not me personally, but my parents are gonna do the hard stuff. And then, very exciting, I have a friend coming around and we're gonna plan a trip to London to see the Sargent and Fashion exhibition, which I've been wanting to see for so long. Ideally, I would like to do that trip, just a day trip. It's about a 3-hour train ride from here to London. But with my back injury, I think that would just be too much for me in one day. So I'm gonna need somewhere to lie down. And the friend I'm going with also struggles with chronic pain. She's got bad knees, I've got a bad back. So yeah, we're gonna need to have a little lie down in between. But yeah, let me know if you want to see footage of our little trip to London and the Sargent exhibition. I know that's something I would love to watch, so I will probably be filming it. Okay, this is where we're at. We've got all the big pieces of furniture back in, but we're gonna put the bookshelf in this gap instead of this gap, because, okay, ignore the mess and this, but I quite like having just the sofa on its own with the shelf above without cluttering up the wall either side. So I'm not going to put a piece of furniture over here now. We've made it. All of the hard stuff is done, everything's in place. All that's left is to show you my new lamp and then design this bookshelf and sort out the table.